here before we get started. Man, come on in, family. Come on in. Come on in. Man, this one's gonna be kind of rough. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. I haven't done a live in a minute, and so we're going in today. You know what I mean? We're going in today. Man, again, just trying to get everything situated. My apologies. Um, yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right, family. Man, first and foremost, man, thank you guys for rocking out with me. Um, if you're interested, in, uh, I'm gonna do something I've never done before. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I'm gonna do something I've never done before on the platform or in public. I'm gonna give away some money. If you're interested in and receiving a financial blessing, if you're interested in receiving some change, man, if you're interested in me donating to you or just contributing to you, man, just shoot me an email at spiritualdrillinstructor, all one word, at gmail.com. Again, spiritualdrillinstructor at gmail.com. Um, and send me your Cash App or your PayPal, and I'll at the end of the live stream I'll go ahead and send some change to you. What's up? What you said, Mayor? Man, we're talking about investing. You know what I mean? Who's investing in you? Paul, what's up with you? Paul, I need you to do me a favor, brother. Bless you, bro. It was so nice to meet you the other day. Man, it was a blessing. You blessed my heart. You blessed my soul to be able to finally meet you, Paul. Um, Paul, I need you to do me a favor, bro. As I'm talking, I just need, every now and then I just need you to post that we're doing this a financial giveaway to several people. If they're interested, just to shoot me an email at spiritualdrillinstructor, all one word, spiritualdrillinstructor at gmail.com with their Cash App or their Zelle, and I'll go ahead and send that to them at the end of the live stream. What's up with you, Scorpio? Man, who's investing in you? You know what I mean? It's a trip because I understand that times are hard. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people struggling right now. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people struggling trying to make ends meet. Man, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just the time in which we live in. It's, man, it's the stage that you're going through. You know what I mean? Stay with me. I promise you, we're going to go somewhere today. And so often, you guys have been with me for a while. Man, I do everything that I can to be a blessing to people, to sow hope and encouragement and inspiration into the lives of people. Man, with my coaching sessions, oftentimes they go above and beyond the pay period or the length of time in which the person paid for. Oftentimes it's free coaching sessions. What's up with you, Kate? Um, and so, but something God has dealt with me on. I took a mini vacation and I was up in Connecticut and just out in the woods and just having a woosah moment, you know, just crying out to God. And I know that's not quote unquote manly to say that, man, yeah, I sit there in the woods. That's my sanctuary. That's my escape. You know what I mean? Not escape, but that's my reconnection with source and just my grounding, you know? So I'm sitting out there in the woods and just having a just release, just crying out to God and just trying to understand, man, what's going on. You know what I mean? Stay with me. I promise you, we're going somewhere today. And so I'm just sitting there in the woods all by myself, just crying out to God. Man, God, what is it? What is it? What is it? Man, I know that's something. I'm supposed to be doing something. What is it? I can't put my hands on. What's up with you, Queen? What's up with you, Virgo? Man, what is it? And so I'm crying out to God. God, what is it? What is it? What is it, God? I feel so alone. You know what I mean? God, what is it? What is it? What is it? And so I'm sitting there and I'm talking to God. It's like, God, I drove all the way up here to Connecticut, and I know that you didn't have me drive all the way up here. I met a beautiful young lady up there, and man, she has a beautiful channel. YouTube channel and just talking to her and just, man, just interacting with her. And it's like, okay, you know what? Today, on this particular day, I drove out into the woods by myself, and I'm just sitting there, just crying out to God and just talking to God. I got you, Kate. Not Kate. Excuse me, Virgo. I got you, Chanel. And so I'm sitting there and I'm crying out to God. God, what is it? God, what is it? God, what is it? What is it? What is it? God, what is it? What the heck is going on? God, why are so many people reaching out and they're struggling? Why are so many people just hopeless right now? God, what the heck is going on? And so I'm sitting there and I'm in the woods and there's nobody around me and the tears are flowing. My stomach is hurting because I'm crapping up, because I'm crying so hard, because I'm trying to understand what the hell is going on. And so I'm sitting there, it's like, God, help me understand this. And so I'm sitting there, I'm just listening to the silence. I'm listening to the birds. I'm listening to the squirrels and just all the other little animals. And I'm just contemplating. It's like, man, God, I don't get it. And God took me back down memory lane. And as a single parent in the 90s, raising my 2 kids at the time, and I was sitting there and I was struggling. And I remember one day God told me to take the kids to church. And it's like, God, I don't have enough gas in the car to go all the way to church. I'm not in the church now, but I was in the church then. And I'm like, God, why are you telling me to go to church? We're talking about who's investing in you. Stay with me. I promise you we're going somewhere. And so God is like, Elijah, I didn't ask you. I told you to get up, get your kids ready, and drive to church. And I'm like, God, I'm struggling. And I'm oh, God. I'm tripping because it's like God has been insensitive to me. You know what I mean? I've been a little crybaby at the time. It's like, God, I don't even have money to feed my kids right now. I don't have the gas to drive 20-something miles in LA to church and then have to come back home. It's like, God, why would you ask me to do this? God, this don't make no kind of sense. So me and God's going back and forth. So, all right, God, not my will. So I get the kids ready, get them in the car, and I get on the road, driving in, I can't even think of the city right now. It's one of the little cities in LA, and Pacific Coast Highway. And out of my peripheral, I see something. And I pull over on the side of the road. And I'm not even understanding why or what I saw, but I saw something. I'm on the expressway, but I saw something out of my peripheral. And I pull over to the side of the road and stop. And I get out. And the wind, you can feel the wind shift. The wind shifts. And a $20 bill blew and landed right at my foot. And so I'm standing there and I pick it up and I'm smiling and I'm tripping because there's no way I'm driving 35, 40 miles per hour. I could have saw that out of my peripheral flying in the air. There's no way I could have saw that. And for the wind to shift and for it to come flying and land directly right in front of me, right at my feet. This was back in the 90s. And so I had a Honda Accord at the time. And so with that $20 bill, I was able to fill up half my tank. Put more than half the tank of gas in the car. Gas back then was like 99 cents. I got $10 worth of gas. And I was able to take my kids and get them something to eat after church. And I'm sharing that with you because so often we get so caught up into, man, nobody's ever done anything for me. Nobody's invested in me. Nobody's ever gave me anything. And I felt like that for the longest time. For the longest time, I struggled with raising my kids. My mama was dead. My pops was gone. I didn't have any close family members with me. Down in LA, it was just me and my 2 kids. wasn't getting no child support from their mama. She wasn't visiting, she wasn't calling, she wasn't sending them shit, nothing. Come on, who's investing in you? And so I sat there and I'm just tears up. And the kids are like, Dad, what's wrong? Why are you crying? My daughter, my oldest, she's like, Dad, why are you crying? And it's like, I'm just so happy. I'm happy. And so here it is. God blessed me with $20. Put money in my gas tank. What's up with you, Latoya? And feed my kids. I'm gonna digress for a second. I'm giving away. I'm doing something I've never done before on this platform. I'm giving several people money tonight at the end of the live stream. If you're interested, if you're in need of money and you need a financial blessing, shoot me an email at spiritualdrillinstructor, all one word, at gmail.com. Again, spiritualdrillinstructor at gmail.com, all one word. Send me your Cash App or your Zelle, and at the end of the live stream, I'm gonna send you some change. Okay? No strings attached. I've never done this before on this platform. Man, I gotta start sowing. And it's something that we're gonna start doing probably twice a month. Something that we'll start doing on the live streams twice a month. It's one thing to sow into people's lives and give them hope with the words and all this other stuff. Something God has been, and I give a lot of free stuff away at coaching sessions and mentoring sessions and my time and my energy. But one of the things that God's got me doing right now is like, okay, you know what? I need you to start sowing into the people's lives financially. So often, so many people look at people on YouTube platforms and say, oh man, you guys got money coming in, what to do? And I ain't got that much money coming in from YouTube. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. I don't give a damn about the money. I don't do this for the money. I do this for the opportunity of being able to sow into people's lives, to give people hope, to inspire people, to help people make it through another day. That let people know they're not the only ones struggling. They're not the only one going through some bullshit. They're not the only ones with some fucked up thoughts. You know what I mean? Because I've been there. Been there. But I know times are hard right now, financially, for a lot of people. I hear it on a daily basis. And so one of the things that this platform is going to start doing, this platform is going to start giving back to the people. This platform is going to start sowing into the people, not just hope, not with just our words, but with our finances. I'm not asking you guys to send me any money. That's not what this is about. You guys have been with me. You've never heard me ask you to subscribe to the channel, to hit the like button, to send a donation. No, that's not what this is about. This is about me blessing you. This is about me sowing into your life. This is about me investing into your life. I want to sow into your life financially. Not because I got all that. You know what I mean? Because it's not all that for me. It's the simple fact that I remember what it was like as a single father raising my 2 kids and not having enough to make it through the day. I remember what it was like having to raise my 2 kids and take our clothes to the laundromat. I remember what it was like having to wash our clothes in the bathtub and hang them throughout that because I didn't even have the money to go to the laundromat. I remember what it was like in 1996 when I went from 240 pounds of solid muscles to down to 150 pounds in just a summer because I wasn't eating, because I didn't have enough money for me to eat. And so I fed my kids, and what I would have ate, I saved it for them for the next day. I gave them my portion. And I walked around looking like a sucked up Ethiopian. And I'm not knocking the Ethiopians, but at that time, there was a bunch of commercials on TV about Ethiopians starving and been hungry and everybody need to donate. And I looked like that. I had a full-time job, but I couldn't afford to eat. It was either I ate or my kids didn't have something to eat. So I know the struggle is real. The struggle has always been real. And many of us that are chosen, many of us that are real children of God, for whatever reason, we're not as really connected to our family like we should be. Our family ain't investing in us like they could or like they should. Real shit. And so this platform, no strings attached. You guys already know I give 2 fucks about how many people subscribe to the channel. It's not that I don't appreciate the subscribers. I appreciate you guys, but that's not what I'm doing this for. It's not about the subscribers, how many people subscribe to the channel. It's about me being a beacon of hope, a beacon of love. See, we get so caught up in today's society to where it's like, man, we'll send money and we'll do all this other stuff. We'll buy all this expensive stuff, these name brand stuff with these people that we don't even fucking know. You'll go get their fucking perfume, their foundation, and their makeup, and their eyeliner. You'll wear their fucking clothes, and you'll buy their fucking shoes, and all this other shit. You'll support these motherfuckers that don't even know you exist. You'll support these motherfuckers, and they won't do a damn fucking thing to give back to the community. Real shit. They won't do a damn thing to help you out. They don't even know you exist. But you'll take your little last of your money to support them and not get anything in return when you need help. Who's investing in you? See, so many of us, we got negative people investing in us. We got crazy ass people investing that bullshit into us, all that negativity, all that trauma and drama, that lack mentality, that broke frequency, that woe is me victim mentality. It's a trip how you could give to your friends. You can help your friends. You can help your family. But when you need help, ain't nobody fucking around. When you need help, ain't nobody responding to your text messages. Ain't nobody answering your phone calls. Real shit. Been there. And some of us, as chosen ones, we have such a giving spirit. We have such a giving spirit. That's who we are. That's our nature. It's just to be a blessing to other people. We don't want shit in return. We just want to be a blessing to other people. And what's happened to a lot of us, we've gotten dogged out in the process. We've gotten hurt and betrayed in the process. And because we weren't aware of what the hell was going on, we closed up and stopped giving. We stopped being a blessing to others, and we got sanctified in religion, and what I'm talking about is spirituality, and we start calling it, man, I got healthy boundaries now. Bullshit, I'm calling you in your fucking shit. That's not fucking healthy boundaries. You got unresolved fucking trauma, and that's why you don't give. You call it healthy boundaries. I'm going there today. I'm going there. And the truth is, you gave and people took advantage of you. You gave and people dogged you the hell out. And now you don't give because you don't want to be taken advantage of. And so you call it healthy boundaries. When the truth is, it's unresolved trauma. What God had to show me was Elijah. Because I walk down that path too of, oh man, I got healthy boundaries. I'm just not giving motherfuckers shit. And fuck these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers is starve. All I give a fuck, you know what I mean? What to do? And God had to show me, like, sit your little monkey ass down and shut the fuck up. Elijah, when you went to church that night, you didn't have the gas to get there, but you got there and your light was on the light on your gas tank. I can't talk. The light on your car for the gas was on before I even got in the car. And drove 20 miles to church with my kids, not knowing how I was going to get back home. Different situation from the first story I told you about. So I'm sitting there at the church. Powerful service. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, God, I got my babies. I'm in LA. I'm 20 something miles from home. How am I going to make it home? God, I ain't even fed my kids yet. But I was obedient to you and I came out tonight. God, how am I going to make it home? True story. This older lady, not knowing my situation, not knowing the circumstances. After the service was over, walked up to me, and I'm sitting there and the tears are just running down my eyes. And I got my two babies right here next to me. And she stood in front of me and she said, baby, I don't know why, but God has told me to give this to you. And she handed me a $20 bill. Come on, who's investing in you? This lady I didn't know, who didn't know anything about my circumstances, she walked up to me and blessed me with $20 so that I was able to make it to the gas and get some gas and feed my babies. God has always looked out for us. Always. And so when I was out in the woods and he was talking to me about, Elijah, this is what I want you to do. Elijah, I want you to start giving money to the people on your YouTube page. Elijah, I want you to sow into the lives of others financially. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, God, I ain't even got it like that. God, you're doing too much, God. And God had to take me back down memory lane. God had to take me back down memory lane of people who looked out for me. Of people who looked out for me, not because of me, but because of the fact that they knew that I was a single father in the 90s trying to raise my two babies. And so when God said, Elijah, you got to start sowing. It's great that you give your energy. It's great that you give free coaching sessions. It's great that you give free mentoring sessions. It's great that you give them extended time. But you got to start sowing financially too. And see, here's the trick. So many of us, we want people to bless us. So many of us, we're in need of financial blessings. And what God has me tell you today is start sowing. Start giving. start giving to others. See, there's a law, the universal law, called karma. You reap what you sow. See, so many of us, we look at karma as something negative. Oh, they did bad shit. Okay, bad shit gonna happen to them. Yeah, that's true. And here's the trick. We look at the rich people, we look at the wealthy people, and we say they're selfish. We say they're stingy and and they can solve all the problems in the world by financially giving, But the truth is, many of them give. Many of them donate millions of dollars. Whether they do it for tax purposes or not, it don't matter. Karma says you reap what you sow. The Bible says it's different. The Bible says, give and it shall be given back unto you. See, this is not church for me, you know what I mean? And one of the things that I struggled with as a kid growing up, I've always known that God wanted me to be some type of minister, not preaching in the church. I didn't want shit to do with the church. I remember being in church and these people begging for money. I remember sitting in church and these people taking 3 and 4 offerings because they said that's not enough. And I wanted nothing to do with religion. I wanted nothing to do with being a preacher or a man of God because I thought you had to beg. Because that's what I grew up seeing. Oh, God help me. So we're going to do this different. I don't ask you to subscribe. I don't ask you to share the videos. I don't ask you to invest in my channel. I want to invest in you. I want to sow into you. I want to give into you. I want to be a blessing to you. Because God has asked me to. God has directed me to. God has challenged me to. Because he's done it for me. My entire life. My entire life. There was times where I was homeless. There were times I was drinking a cup of coffee because coffee kill your appetite. So I'm drinking coffee because I didn't have the money to eat. Who's investing into you? Who's sowing into your life? Who's helping you reach your full potential? How are they sowing into your life? Are they being a friend to you so when you're crying and you're broken and frustrated, they're being an attentive ear? Have they helped you financially? Have they gave you clothes? Have they fed you? Have they just been a friend to you? How are they, or how have they sown into your life? Have they shared their knowledge and wisdom and understanding with you? Who's sown into your life? See, because when you sit back and really think about it, there's been a lot of people that have invested into us. See, a lot of people have invested a lot of bullshit in us. But there's been some people that have invested some real life-changing stuff into us. There's some people that have encouraged us when we were suicidal. There were some people that picked up our spirits when we were broken and frustrated. I want you to just reflect on how they've sown into your life, how they blessed you. Because so often we forget about those things. So often we forget about the teacher that encouraged you. So often we forget about the teacher or the janitor or the kid at school that said something nice that you needed to hear at that moment. So go back down memory lane. Allow God to bring back to your remembrance all the people that have blessed you. All the people that have helped you. So, let me say this again. What we're doing on this platform, we're going to start investing financially into the lives of those people on this channel. Every other Sunday, I want you guys to send your name. If you're interested, if you need a financial blessing or anything of that nature, send your name and your Zelle account or your CashApp to my email at spiritualdrillinstructor@gmail.com. All one word. At the end of this live stream, I'm going to send several of you a financial blessing. And we're going to do this every other week. Okay? And again, this is not for praise or any of that other stupid shit. This is because God blessed me. God has allowed other people to sow into my life. God has allowed other people to pick me up when I was suicidal. I've been suicidal a couple of times. Homeless a couple of times. And has God allowed the right person to come into my life to help me, to encourage me, to speak life into me, to speak hope into me. And that's what this platform is about. It's about being a beacon of hope, a beacon of love, a beacon of light. So the question is not just who blessed you, not just who've invested into you, but who are you investing in? And don't tell me you're investing in your kids and your grandkids. That goes without saying. You're obligated to do that. Who are you investing in? Who are you helping? Who are you paying it forward? See, I want you to understand and remember all the people that's invested in you, all the people that's helped you, all the people that's looked out for you. All the people that gave to you, all the people that fed you, all the people that encouraged you, all the people that you were able to borrow money from, all the people that gave you money without you having to repay them. The people that gave you a loan when you really truly didn't deserve that loan. I want you to remember all those people, all those times. Now I want you to remember. Now I want you to figure out who can you be a blessing to, and how can you be a blessing to them. See, it's not about just being a financial blessing. Some people just need a friend. Some people just need somebody to listen to them. without judging them. We got to grow up. We got to understand that we are obligated to help each other. We're obligated. Because God has allowed other people to help us. God has allowed strangers to look out for us. So why wouldn't we turn around and look out for strangers? When strangers have blessed you. We got to grow up. We got to stop being so selfish. We got to stop being so guarded. One of the things that I had to learn was that, man, because I know there's a lot of people out there that look at that and say, oh, that's weakness and woo-doo-doo. I don't give a damn about that stupid shit. There's a lot of people that take advantage of people. I get that. I understand that. I'm not new to this. I'm 54 years old. I've been around. Okay? I've gotten taken advantage of. And what God had to show me is, Elijah, no, don't stop giving. Because people took advantage of you. Nah, don't stop giving. Because you're allowing those people to stop you from being you. Elijah, what you need to learn is how to trust your intuition. Elijah, what you need to learn is how to discern who you're supposed to invest in and who you're not supposed to invest in. But don't stop giving. Don't stop being a blessing because people out there are ungrateful as fuck. Don't stop being a blessing because people are selfish as hell. Don't stop being a blessing because people are greedy as fuck. No. Learn discernment. Learn to trust your intuition. So you'll stop sowing into the wrong people. So you'll stop giving to the wrong people. That's your responsibility. I'm telling you what I had to learn. Because it's so easy to be a victim. It's so easy to just blame everybody and close off yourself from the world. And what God had to show me was, Elijah, nah, you got to grow up. You got to grow up spiritually and stop investing in the wrong people. Just because they're family don't mean you should be investing in them. Just because that's your daddy or it's your mom or it's your siblings or that's your fucking grown ass kids don't mean you should be investing in them. See, so many of us, we're investing in the wrong fucking people. And then we'll get frustrated because we're investing into the wrong people. Nah, that's your responsibility to make sure you're investing in good ground. That's your responsibility. And the trip is what God had to show me. Elijah, it really don't matter what those people do with what you bless them with. And here it goes. I'm about to drop something on you. And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. No. Hold up, God. And God had to check me on that. He said, Elijah, what they do with what you bless them with is none of your fucking business. What they do with what you give them ain't got shit to do with you. Don't give to people and then have strings attached to it and you get pissed off and you want to dictate how they use what you give them. How they spend what you give them. When you give it, you release it. When you give it, man, I give. Regardless of what the fuck you do with it, I give. If you waste it, that's not my fucking fault. That's none of my fucking business. I don't give a damn if you waste it. Why don't I care? Because my responsibility was to give it to you. Your responsibility is to do what's best for you, or do what God wants you to do with it. Well, however you handle the blessing that I've given you, that's between you and God. That's between you and your karma. That ain't got shit to do with me. Catch that. When you bless somebody, don't sit back and start telling them, oh, I wasted this $50, or I wasted this $100, I wasted this $20. Because when you start thinking negative like that, what you do is you attach your negative energy to that money, or to whatever it is that you gave. You take your personal fucking agenda, you take your personal fucking negative toxic ass belief system, and you now attach it to what you gave somebody. And it is now no longer a blessing. Because you just attached all that negative energy and vibration to what you just released. You gotta catch this. You gotta understand this. It's like taking seeds and putting it in the ground. And then getting mad because the seed is taking too long to bring forth fruit. And so you start cursing the seed. You start getting mad at the seed because it's taking too long and it ain't doing what you want it to do. So what we do is, when I bless you, when I give it to you, I've done my job. I've done what I was supposed to do. I walk away grateful that I had the opportunity to be a blessing. I walk away humble that God used me as a vessel to be a blessing to somebody else. Catch this. When you sow into other people's lives, you gotta walk away being humbled, because God could have picked somebody else to bless them. He didn't have to use you. He chose to use you to be a blessing. He chose you to be a vessel, to be a blessing to somebody else. That's a humbling experience. It's a humbling experience. And so when you bless somebody, you walk away humble and grateful. Regardless of what the fuck they do. Regardless of whether they say thank you or not. Regardless of whether they appreciate it or not. That ain't got shit to do with you. God chose you to be a vessel, to be a blessing. So what happens is, so many of us, we get so pissed off and frustrated because they didn't say thank you, they didn't seem to be appreciative, they didn't seem to be grateful, or they wasted it, and so we get negative and and so what you do is you now stop the blessings from flowing back into you. You got to catch this. God cannot bless you because you're not on the frequency or the vibration of receiving blessings, because you're on that low frequency shit of being mad and pissed and angry because this motherfucker squandered this, or this person didn't do that, or whatever the hell you tripping off of. And so you lowered your vibration. You blocked your blessings from coming in. You blocked any future blessing from coming in. We got to grow the fuck up. We got to understand this. And so when you give, release it. Understanding, man, that's them. That's between them and God. God used me to be a blessing to them because God's got somebody else that's going to be a blessing to me. Catch that. You can't have somebody sow into your life if you ain't willing to sow into other people's life. We gotta grow the fuck up. We gotta grow up. So, every other Sunday now, at least for the next 3 months. And we'll continue this, but it's gonna be on Sundays for the next 3 months. That's my schedule now. I'm off on the weekends. So every other Sunday for the next 3 months, we'll have a live stream. And we'll be sowing into the lives of the collective, of the community. I'm putting this out because I want to challenge you to start sowing into the lives of others. Whether it's $1 or whatever, sow your time, sow your energy. Give what you have to give. And if God is calling you to give more and stretching you and you don't think you could give it, man, trust the process. And give it anyways. Because you have no idea what God has in store for you. You have no idea what miracle is waiting right around the corner for you. And you can be blocking your own blessings by not giving and by not being a blessing to others. You got to catch that. So many of us block our blessings because we refuse to be a blessing. Because of our trauma, because of our bad experiences, because people are always judging you. And you know, I struggle with doing this video. I struggle with even announcing this on here. Because I know there are going to be people, oh, he's doing this or that. And he's doing, it's like, man, I can't give a fuck about what people are going to think. People are going to think what the fuck they want to think regardless. No matter what you do, people are going to have a perspective or an opinion of you. People have an opinion of you, regardless of what you do. So you might as well walk in your purpose. You might as well walk in your authority. You might as well walk in your power. You might as well be the beacon of hope, the beacon of love, the beacon of light that you came here to be. Because you're going to have people judging you regardless. Regardless of what you do. We got to grow up and understand that it's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. Your life is bigger than you. It's bigger than you. It's not about you getting your 5-bedroom home and all the cars and the money. It's not about that stupid shit. It's about the lives that you've impacted. It's about the lives that you've been a blessing to. That's what's going to matter in the end. Not how deep your pockets were. Not how big your house is. not how expensive your car is. Nobody's gonna give a fuck about that but other superficial motherfuckers. What's gonna matter? How did you heal? And did you be a blessing? Were you a blessing in the lives of others? So we talk about being a chosen one. We talk about being a star seed. We talk about being a child of God. We talk about being a light worker and a healer and all these other things. It's easy to say that stuff. It's something totally different to live it. To let your life reflect you've been a beacon of hope. To let your life reflect being a beacon of light in a dark world. We can all sit back and acknowledge the fact that, man, price of food is going up, price and everything is going up. Everybody's talking about inflation and woo-doo-doo. Man, that's money. That takes money. It takes money. And I get that. And so, we're going to put our money where our mouth is. And I'm asking you to do the same. Whether it's a charity organization or whether it's a little kid that's down the street from you, some kids that are struggling, they look dirty or grimy or they look hungry, or a single mom or single dad or whatever the case may be. Some elderly lady that look like she's struggling, some elderly man that look like he's, just be a blessing to somebody. In whatever capacity, source, God, the universe directs you to. See, so many of us, we got the ego trip to where I can't give this person my last $20. I might need that. I can't give this person my last $50. Most of us ain't giving $50. You know what I mean? Most of us ain't even gonna get $20, truth be told. But we sit back and we hold on to that. Because the truth is, we have a lack mentality. We have a lack mentality. We can't be a blessing. We can't give because I don't know when I'm going to get it back. Something may come up and I may have to pay for this. Something may come up and I might have to do this. Something may come up and I have to do, and we have this lack mentality, so we hold on for life. And we see all these people struggling, and we know that they're struggling, and we know that this could be a blessing, but we won't give because we have a lack mentality. Because we're afraid something might come up that I didn't expect. We're afraid that I might need it later. And then I'm gonna be mad because I gave this person my last 20 and I should have kept it because now I'm hungry, or now I need to pay for the bus, or I need to get on the train, and whatever the case may be. And we have this lack mentality. Because the truth is, we are a walking miracle. We are. When you get in alignment with God's source, you are a walking miracle. You are a walking manifestation of miracles. As hellish as my life has been, as chaotic as my life has been, God has blessed me. God has blessed me. So I'm obligated to make these videos. I'm obligated to be a blessing financially to others. Man, my brother Paul has an amazing book that he's working on. Paul Morbidelli. He has an amazing book that he's working on, and I'm going to be a blessing to you, Paul, because I love you, brother. I appreciate you. I value you. I just met Paul. What day was that? Thursday? It's the first time I was able to sit in his presence. I love that man. He's a good man. We have to become a vessel. You can't be a child of God and be selfish. You can't be a light worker, starseed, or a healer, or anything of this other shit and be fucking selfish. We gotta grow up. Man. Again, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna pull up my phone and look at my emails. Let's see who's all sent a request in. If you're interested, I'm getting ready to send several people a financial blessing. If you're interested in receiving a blessing, there's only going to be several people that I'm going to bless. We're going to do this every other Sunday for the next 3 months, but we're going to continue this. But for the next 3 months on Sundays, we'll do live streams. And every other Sunday, we're going to give several people a blessing, financial blessing. If you're interested or if you're in need of a financial blessing, send me an email at spiritualdrillinstructor, all one word, at gmail.com. I'm going to grab my phone. I gotta kill the music as I bring up my emails. Man, there's so many. God, guide me. Who is it, God? I'm sending the first person theirs right now. First one's done. Sending the second one now. Oh, God, 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 God. I'm going to do one more. Sent out the 3 that I said I was going to send out. There. Just sent out 4 people financial blessing. I'm not going to say who got it. I'm not going to say how much I sent them. That's for them to say or whatever. You know what I mean? Family, I thank you for being a part of this channel. I appreciate you being part of this family, this tribe. I thank you for your energy. I thank you for your prayers, your thoughts, your positive energy. I hope and pray that my videos are a blessing to you in some way, shape, or form. Hope and pray that, man, your continued growth, you know, and that we become role models, you know, positive role models of what it means to really be a child of God, a role model of what it really means, you know, to be a blessing in the lives of others. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. There's enough people running around talking about they're this and they're that, and man, their life is not reflective of that in any way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? Their life isn't reflective of anything God-like. Their life isn't reflective of anything that's putting hope and love and compassion into the world. You know what I mean? And so, man, it starts with us. We could change the world, but we have to change us first. We got to deal with our shit. We got to deal with our trauma. I love you guys. I thank you guys for rocking out with me. Man, namaste. The God in me, the love in me, the light in me, the wisdom in me sees, recognizes, acknowledges, and cherishes the God, the love, the light, and the wisdom within each and every one of you. This is not easy to do, family. Yeah, I know people think it is, you know what I mean? This is a humbling process. You know, this is humbling being on this platform. You know what I mean? My life's not perfect. It's humbling. I'm grateful, extremely grateful, because I know where God has brought me from. I know all the things I've gone through. I know all the things that I've grown through. And so I'm completely compassionate and grateful for you guys being a part of my life and just being chosen by God to be in this position to speak to you and to be able to bless you. I love you guys. We'll probably do another live stream next Sunday. The next financial giveaway will be 2 Sundays from now. Again, we'll do it every other Sunday. Happy Yummy family. Peace.